hit you everywhere but under your feet with this one. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, aka The Chef. Thank you, Bushido Box and my boy, for giving me that nickname. Because we just keep it a buck on this channel. But now I got to talk about Tszyu dominating Tony Harrison. I wasn't expecting this. I was expecting Tony Harrison to outbox the hell out of Tszyu. Tszyu, the shorter fighter. I thought that, due to the Terrell Gaucher fight where I seen him getting hit with certain straight jabs and punches, I thought that Tony Harrison was going to wipe the floor with Tszyu. But it did not happen. Tszyu came out there and showed that, he carries his father's name well. This guy went out there and dominated. He did the tank uppercuts. Huh, 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 huh. You seen him kept doing the tank uppercuts. That was amazing right there. I actually seen Alicia Bonbon jumping up off her seat trying to yell and stop them and stop the fight. It looked like Rocky when Rocky fought Drago. That's the way it looked like when I seen Alicia Bonbon jump out that seat. I love you, Alicia Bonbon. You beautiful, baby. I like to see Tony Harrison and her date each other. They look like a nice couple. They in boxing together, But besides that, Tszyu versus Tony Harrison, it seemed like they wanted to counter Tony Harrison's jab. From him being a superb boxer, from him having the pedigree in boxing that he has, I guess they knew and figured that he was going to come behind that jab and he was going to try to box behind it, which he continued to use it throughout the fight from the highlights that I seen. But I also seen that they wanted to counter and make sure that every time Tony Harrison threw his jab that he was going to get hit or had something coming behind it. So I seen that was a smart move by Tszyu's team. You're only as good as your team, like Floyd Mayweather said, and that proved to me that Tszyu team is very intelligent and they, look for ways to adapt and defeat fighters. Tony Harrison was talking a lot of trash, had a lot of people hyped up. I'm sure a lot of people probably betted their money on Tony Harrison. I made jokes about the situation of Tszyu coming in a Dodge Charger. That had nothing to do with the fight, but it was funny to me. That's why I made the video. Nothing against Tszyu because he's from Australia. That's my brother as well, no matter what color or complexion he is. He went out there and he handled his business. But I really seen that Tszyu is a patient fighter. Not only is he patient, he's comfortable. And that's very important to me in the sport of boxing when I watch it, to see a fighter that's comfortable, who, is in the ring and he's not sitting there, jittery and doing too much. He took his time and he broke down Tony Harrison and he defeated him. I think Tszyu now is probably not probably, he is the biggest fighter in Australia. There was a talk between him and Cambosis and, Jeff Horn. I think right now at this point in 2023, Tszyu takes the crown. As you've seen, the full stadium, people was there at the fight. Take nothing away from Tony Harrison, too, as well. He a OG, strong fighter, legend in the game. Well, I ain't going to say legend because we ain't made it to that point yet. But, he's respected in the sport of boxing. I like the fact that he gave Tim his credit, no excuses. So that shows you the real man in the caliber of Tony Harrison. I really think that Tony Harrison doesn't have any really love for the sport anymore. Tony Harrison lost his father recently. I think Tony Harrison just does it because he loves it. At the end of the day, not giving him an excuse because he talked a lot of trash. I know that, y'all, and to the people from Australia who are going to watch this video are fans of Tszyu. He talked a lot of trash, but I really feel like Tony Harrison is just, trying to find his way at this point. And, I hope that he gets it back on track or he just becomes a train. I hope him and Alicia Bonbon gets together. They look like a nice couple together. I really would like that. And shout out to both fighters. Shout out to Tony Harrison for, accepting the fight, going in, doing what he do. I told y'all to focus. Tony Harrison's a dangerous Tony Harrison. I don't know what happened in the fight. Maybe it was, Tony didn't look like himself to me. And I take that nothing away from Tszyu's victory. And Tszyu went out there and proved something. But Jermell Charlo, this is why I put the question mark on Jermell Charlo at first. Jermell Charlo made a comment on Fight Hype, and he's talking about the fight, this, that, and the other, talking this and saying that. Jermell Charlo, where are you? Why haven't we seen you without that cast on your hand? Because this time on the video, you sent it was wrote on Fight Hype. Your message was written. Why didn't you make a video? I want to see the cast still on your hand. Now, I'm not saying that Jermell Charlo lied to the public and said that he was injured. But when fighters do this, this is what I think. Now, I'm going to explain this to you again and say this again. This is what I think. I think when fighters go into this, they claim their hand injured, this, that, and the other, which Jermell Charlo did show a picture of us, show a picture to the public of him getting his hand wrapped up in a cast. Okay, anybody can pay to get that. These guys got money. They can get their hand wrapped up. I haven't seen him since that. I believe that when fighters come into challenging opponents, like he's going to face Tszyu, and I'm not saying Jermell Charlo did this. I'm not saying that Jermell Charlo does this. I'm not saying that Jermell Charlo is doing this. I'm going to repeat that again before anybody get on my video and say something. I'm not saying that Jermell Charlo did this, he's doing this, or does this. But sometimes it makes me think that fighters go and use steroids. On the time that they're saying they're injured. Juice themselves up, come back clean, and get in the ring. That's just something that I feel that fighters do. It doesn't make sense to me. Why didn't you come back and do a video? We haven't seen Jermell Charlo with this cast on his hand. And I'm not saying that Jermell Charlo is lying. Respect to Jermell Charlo. But see, now I see that Tszyu is no joke. Like I thought he was out there play pimping. I thought Tszyu was play pimping. He's not play pimping. All of a sudden, Jermell Charlo, which we have never seen this really happen until Jermell Charlo gets injured. And true enough, he shows us with the cast. But we haven't seen anything of Jermell Charlo since then. He did a video. I mean, not a video, but a response or a remark about Tszyu and Tony Harrison's fight. Not in the video. First time I ever seen it. He responded in a message, written message. Why haven't we seen him? I just want to see if the cast still on his hand. And I'm not saying that Jermell Charlo is a cheater or uses steroids. This is a saying that they say in boxing. They say it's not about who's the best boxer. It's about who has the best doctor. It's not about who's the best boxer. It's who has the best doctor. I'm not saying Jermell Charlo is cheated. I'm not saying Jermell Charlo uses steroids. I'm just wondering. I haven't seen you since you had that cast on your hand. So is it real? Did you pay your doctor or something just to wrap pull a cast on your hand? This is questions people have to wonder. Respect to both of these fighters. Respect to Tony Harrison. Respect to Tszyu. But easy work boxing ain't no fool. And we keep it fair and square on here. If it was a white box, a green box, a yellow box, I'd be asking the same question. So please don't get on my channel because I'm black and say, oh, you're just hating on a black successful man. No, I'm not. Okay? Respect the Charlos. Respect the Charlo brothers. All y'all my brothers. But we talk about boxing real deal over here. I respect y'all opinions, y'all comments. Please subscribe to the channel. Whatever you want to talk about, put it in the comments. We're going to keep it moving like that. This your boy Easy Work. I'm out, baby. Peace.